Hemorrhoid was Jim Bob's nickname when he was a kid because he was a pain in the ass. That would actually follow. I was a pain in the ass. Definitely a loud mouth. One time I think I was playing basketball. There was a swim resort with like high dives and water parks shit called Mindkill. Anyone in New York know Mindkill? I don't even know if it still exists. Anyway, there's a basketball court, and I think I was about 9, 10, and I was playing against an older kid who was much larger than me. And I think I like smoked him on a crossover, and I said something to him, and he said something back. And as a 10-year-old, I remember I told him I banged his mom, which doesn't make any sense. At 10 years old, and he picked me up by my throat, which is appropriate looking back. And it can't be a 10-year-old and go around talking to 14, 15, 16-year-olds who are much bigger than you and tell them that you banged their mom, especially if you're 10. I thought it would rattle them. Swish, I banged your mom. I know, it's like a common thing. You know what I mean? Okay. I got to make sure. Where is I didn't know I got 2. No, you got 2. That's what we're wondering. Like you could either take them both or you can give one back into the system like a socialist. Yeah, well, Meg Bob wants me to tell the hemorrhoid story one more time for Christmas cheer, just so you guys didn't know. If this ever comes up again, you'll know what I'm referring to. There I was in Italy after a 100-mile self-guided bike tour, sitting on a bike, and I find myself back in Rome with a little bit of an ache on my butthole. So I go into the farmacia, and I'm browsing, and I'm lost in language. And so I, kindly approach one of the desks that has one of those old school announcement microphones next to the woman, slightly overweight, super Italian. And by Italian, I mean ugly. And she goes, "Are you looking for something?" I say, "Yeah, I am. I'm just trying to find like I've been riding a bike and I have a." "Oh, I know what you want. Don't worry, I help you, American." Eh? Great, great, great. So I thought she was going to exit her little booth and waddle herself over to the aisle and help me in my intimate search for topical cream. No, what she does is she pushes the little button on the little microphone and leans into it and says, "Attenzione, hemorrhoid crema, una, hemorrhoid crema, to the front desk, hemorrhoid crema for this customer, please." And I looked at her in shock, disappointment, and embarrassment. And I looked her right in her old, greasy Italian eyeballs. And I said, "I banged your mom. $10, I can fix her." Yeah. She says, "Winner, send me an email." Yeah, please do, because this is all super confusing. Super confusing. So, yeah, I learned that pretty early I was immune from sort of embarrassment and humiliation. It just never occurred to me. Similar embarrassing moment many years before that on a 10th grade JV basketball game. It was against a C school. We were a D school. And just to make sure to flush my nerves before each game, I would go potty. And by go potty, I mean 3 layers of toilet paper on the toilet at the foreign school. You don't know what's on a toilet. Always layer it. You never know. Anyway, that was just like a common ritual for me, just nerves. Just even if I didn't have to go, I would just kind of force it just to be sure. And I remember my shooting guard, his name was Jared. We were on the other side of the court by the visitor, or no, we were the visitor, by the home team and all of their people, all of their cheerleaders, all of their fans. And I'm standing where the point guard would be during a free throw shot. And both myself and the shooting guard, Jared, were outside of the area. And it was quiet. We're waiting for someone to shoot a free throw. Jared points at my shorts. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? I look down. There's a little tab, little bit of a tab coming out of my shorts. I go, what the hell is this? Now, because of my very effective approach to lining the toilet seat in endless circles, I start tugging on the tag. And the tag gets a little longer. And I start tugging on the tag. And then the toilet paper comes out longer. And I'm at about a foot now. Referee notices I'm closer to the home seats and their cheerleaders. I get to about 2 feet of pulling it out of my shorts. I hear the ews and ahs from the crowd and the cheerleaders. Particularly the cheerleader. You remember in high school as a kid, if you were even moderately attractive as a kid, as a 10th grade boy, foreign cheerleaders, you're all, oh, wonder if there's any cute ones on their side. Well, any who did exist were scoffing, gagging, in disgust. And I had to go through the rest of that eternal minute of pulling this long, but ended up being probably about 2.5 feet of toilet paper from my pants. We lost that game, and I actually think we lost it because of the type of laughter and circus performance that ensued that day. So, ma'am, do you want to fight me? That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. So that was I realized, like, oh, if I can go through that level of embarrassment and be sort of immune to it in the future, it's kind of a superpower. So that happened.